Hello everyone, welcome back to Luis Discusses Everything. In today's video, we're going to discuss the 2024 presidential election prediction as of June 2024. Today is June 9th, Sunday, June 9th. It's 3:03 p.m. over here in Boston. And I wanted to give you an update. It's been a little while, over a month and a half since I've done an update as to what is my own personal prediction. Last time around, I think I gave Biden Arizona, whilst giving Trump the rest of the Sunbelt states. A number of different things have come up in the news, but the most notable of which has been that former President Donald Trump has been convicted of a crime. In this case, is falsifying business records in the whole Stormy Daniels case. And we've been asking ourselves, or at least a lot of people who follow elections have been asking ourselves, what effect does it have on the polls? Well, we have at least 2 weeks of data to back that up. Here are the averages of the most recent polls that have come out. We still need probably 3 more weeks of data to actually make a good estimation as to what exactly is the effect of this verdict by the court. It's not looking good for Biden. Still not looking good for Biden. And this is coming from a person who previously voted for Biden in the 2020 election, but I got to talk based on the data. In the average of polls, Trump is up on every single swing state, and with the exception of Wisconsin. Wisconsin, we still have Biden on it. And a lot of these polls, we have RK Jr. now being included in the average of polls. There's an interesting case for Virginia. Virginia has been tied in the polls, which suggests that Biden might lose the state, but I'm not entirely convinced of that particular detail. This is not looking good for him, for Biden, but let's see how it shows up on the consensus maps. So according to the consensus map, which includes Sabato's Crystal Ball, Cook Political Report, Inside Elections, Fox News, Elections Daily, Split Ticket, U.S. News, Poly Market Odds, etc., they all, on the aggregate, see this map right here, with the ones shaded in like a light beige color as being toss-ups, and I think this is very accurate. Most notably, you see that Virginia is still shaded blue. Nobody thinks that Biden is going to lose Virginia, and spoiler alert, I don't think so either. It's been made a pretty hard left-wing shift. And I think that's more of a show. At least the polls are more of a show of their discontent with Biden than their actually voting patterns, which also brings me to this map in particular, right? The war in Gaza is still happening. We have one of the 2 most unpopular candidates in U.S. presidential history going up against each other in 2024. Nobody wanted these. If you go back to my old video about this, you'll see that. But let's start off with the easiest states to rank. I think Biden is going to lose in Georgia. It's going to revert back to Trump. I think that I'll leave Arizona for the end, but I think that Nevada is also going toward Trump, because you saw kind of a tendency, a shift away from the Democratic Party during the 2022 elections, even though you did see the Democrats did keep the Senate seat, but they lost the governorship. So that shows a pretty big shift. And in an environment like this, you could see that shifting. I'm going to shade the other ones because I'm a little bit iffy about Arizona. I'll tell you which ones. I still think Michigan goes to Biden, and by a tilt margin, very, very small amount, by a very tilt margin. Surprisingly enough, Biden is polling ahead in the polls in Wisconsin, which is remarkable. I think that Biden also is winning in Pennsylvania. But again, it's going to be by a tilt margin, and we probably won't know the results like at least 2 weeks from after the election. I see him winning over there. And then in the case of Arizona, it will depend on how potent the issue is with regards to abortion, right? How potent has it been? Is it strong enough to sway it back to Biden, or is it strong enough to sway it to Biden, or is it strong enough? Is it not strong enough that it will swing back to Trump? We just don't know. It's a pure toss up. But if I had to pick today, I would say more often than not that Arizona goes to Trump, and then maybe, just maybe, because there's been a pretty big shift in the polls. And before I shade this one, let me explain something. There's been a 1 to 2 point shift towards Biden in these polls, right? This election is going to be incredibly close. You could see Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania going to Biden, but you can also see that going to Trump. These are I'm shading these to the person I think is going to win them, but it's very, very hard to see it like going definitively against in one candidate's favor or of another. But if you had a gun to my head and were forcing me to pick, I would say Wisconsin goes to Biden very narrowly. Very narrowly. I'm talking about like the narrowest of margins possible, right? Where we spent a week trying to figure out what the results are. And you would see Biden win by only 2 electoral votes, which is like incredibly close. It is not the closest election in U.S. history, but it is definitely close. And I hope it doesn't cause like a constitutional crisis or whatnot. You can easily see them tied as well if you have a shift in these the electoral college vote in Nebraska or the main one. We'll have to see. But this is my prediction as of June 2024. Biden winning re-election by the skin of his teeth. A very narrow margin, but still see him winning. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.